Matthew 24, let's see if we can tidy up.
And pestilences.
And pestilences. You know what pestilences are? Diseases. They're plagues. That's where we are now in the world. Pandemic. When it's still not global, we call it epidemic. Oh, go to Revelation chapter 6. Let's see the fourth seal. Verse 7. Revelation chapter 6. When he opened the fourth seal. Yes, verse 7.
And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse.
I want you to notice this horse now is pale. I don't know how to describe pale for you. Okay. If you've seen someone that has had sickle cell anemia crisis and they finish and looking, pale is next to death. The color of someone that is sick and emaciated. Sometimes they call it gray horse. This horse that is looking like something that is about to die, yet is carrying a rider. And who is riding it? Yes? I saw a pale horse, yes?
And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death.
Is Death, Mr. Death, angel of death, is riding a horse and flying through the earth, traveling through nations, killing people. Fourth beast, fourth seal. And who is following him?
And hell followed with him.
The angel of hell is riding a second horse following him. There are two horses. The only one that has two horses. And this is recorded in Zechariah, the book of Zechariah, chapter 4. You will see it. There are two horses there. Who is this? Pestilence. This is the guy causing outbreaks. Last time it was HIV. The other time it was Ebola. The other time now we're in COVID. Coronavirus. Some years ago it was Buba plague. Some other time it was Asian flu or swine flu. Some other time it was bird flu. This is the power that is showing, guiding human beings to go and manufacture these things in the lab. That some people will be killed. These people you see calling for population control to depopulate the population of the earth. This is what is driving them. The power that is making this to happen. And yes, go ahead and read.
And his mandate followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth. The population they are to kill. Their job is to depopulate the earth by 20. Is that 25%? 25%. Kill 1/4 of the people on earth with outbreak of all kinds of plagues and diseases. And they also use other things to kill, yes? And to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. That thing he called death is plagues, disease, outbreak. Okay, Gloria, read. Let them see it. Just read verse 8.
So I looked, and behold, an ashy pale horse, black and blue, as if made so by bruising. As if somebody flogged the thing and bruised it. A sick horse, yes? And its rider's name was Death.
Angel of death, yes?
And Hades, the realm of the dead, followed him closely. And they were given authority and power over a fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword.
They were given authority to kill 1/4 of human beings on earth. Ladies and gentlemen, that automatically tells you that it's not over yet. Because what they plan with this, look at what Bill Gates, look at what his wife said, dead bodies all over the continents of Africa, dead bodies in the streets of Nigeria. You can see that's not what happened. They predicted 10 million people that would die only in Africa. That's not what happened. And all they predicted that's not what happened all over the world. Even the number of dead globally has not reached 500,000. It's close to that. It's not up to 500,000. Not even anywhere near. What they planned is not what is happening. This one has fallen apart. Another one is on the way in the future. You better know that it's true. Because until they're able to get 1/4, this issue will not stop. Okay, go right. Continue reading. They were given power. Continue from there.
They were given authority and power over a fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with famine, and with plague, pestilence, disease, and with wild beasts of the earth.
Now, the difference between this fourth horse rider, angel of death, is that he can combine all the other things we have read from the other three, plus his special area, which is pestilence. He goes, so he's using pestilence and economic problems, famine. He's using pestilence and sword. All of you listen to me, wherever you may be listening to. You see, this started as a health crisis, but it's precipitating an economic crisis, a recession. There are actually about 5 crises coming in connection with this. I'll mention a few. It starts an economic, a health crisis. Then it precipitates an economic crisis. Many companies, many economy of many nations, especially developing countries, even the so-called superpower nations. Go and see how many billions nations have just gone down the drain in Europe, and many trillions America is pumping into this thing to see if they can stop it. How many people are losing their jobs? Then the economic crisis will precipitate social crisis. What you saw in America with riots, racial riots and other, it's just beginning. It's going to happen to many more countries. Of course, it's spread to other countries, but very soon now, other countries are going to start rioting based on their own problems. Most of the riots we saw around the world is in support of what is happening in the US, but now they're going to start rioting based on their own, what their government is doing, because the politicians are still stealing, are still corrupt, even in the midst of order, and then it will precipitate political crisis, and in some places, military problems or security problems. That's why there is combination of both hunger and sword and all of this. In many countries, the masses will get upon, they can't take it. They go on the street. And don't just think I'm talking about the future. It has started. This thing is not ending this year. It's spill over even into next year. So what are you going to do? You saw how the lockdown was going on here back in my own country, Nigeria, and in Lagos, a group called 1 million, is it 1 million boys, or not, they have other names, started moving in numbers, large numbers, robbing streets. And the young people have to get up to start watching over their properties and their houses and their streets. Many families were not sleeping. And when they come to rob, they rape, These are social crises coming out of an economic crisis that was created by health crisis. So it can trigger increase in crime, increase in unrest, increase in all kinds of things. It can also affect families. More people are no more, marriages, people start all kinds of problems, even children, because when people are hungry. Oh, our time is up, but I'm going to be coming another session to deal with solution. Join the Prophecy Summit this weekend, though, with things that are going to be coming out in it. And this is where we are right now. This fourth beast of the apocalypse is where we are. This is what is riding all over the earth now. You can see that sword beheading has returned.